The moment someone disrespects you, they expect an emotional reaction: anger, defensiveness, frustration. But what if reacting emotionally is exactly what gives them power over you? In this video, you'll learn how emotionally intelligent people deal with disrespect calmly, protect their peace, and silently shift the power dynamic without shouting, begging, or proving themselves. Disrespect can destroy confidence if you don't understand how to handle it properly. A rude comment, a dismissive tone, being ignored, being mocked, being treated like your feelings don't matter. Most people react instantly. They argue, defend themselves emotionally, try to prove their worth, or become consumed by anger afterward. But emotionally strong people understand something important. Not every disrespect deserves emotional access to your mind. Because the moment someone controls your emotions, they control the interaction. Today, you'll learn how mentally strong people handle disrespect without losing peace, confidence, or emotional control. Before learning how to respond, you must understand why disrespect happens psychologically. Many people disrespect others because of insecurity, jealousy, the need for control, emotional immaturity, or hidden frustration inside themselves. Confident people rarely waste energy humiliating others randomly. Emotionally secure people don't constantly try to make others feel small. That's why disrespect often reveals more about the other person than about you. And once you understand that, you stop taking every insult personally. Because emotionally mature people communicate with respect. Emotionally damaged people communicate through ego. One of the biggest mistakes people make is instant emotional reaction. The second someone disrespects them, they explode emotionally. But psychologically, immediate reaction often signals emotional vulnerability. Calmness creates power. Impulsiveness gives power away. That's why emotionally intelligent people pause before responding. A short silence, a calm expression, controlled body language. These things create psychological pressure because most disrespectful people expect emotional chaos from you. And when they don't get it, the energy shifts immediately. Remember, the calmer you stay, the more uncomfortable emotionally reactive people become. Disrespect often triggers the urge to defend yourself. You start explaining your intentions, trying to prove your value, trying to make them understand your perspective. But here's the truth. People determined to disrespect you usually already understand your value. They simply choose not to respect it. That's why over-explaining rarely changes toxic behavior. Instead, it drains your emotional energy. Strong people know when to speak, and when silence says enough. Sometimes a calm, "I understand," "I see," or simply walking away creates more impact than a long emotional argument ever could. One of the most powerful ways to deal with disrespect is through boundaries. Not loud boundaries, not dramatic threats, quiet boundaries. Emotionally mature people don't constantly announce their standards. They enforce them through behavior. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, reduce access, reduce attention, reduce emotional investment. Because continued access to your energy should be earned through respect. This is where many people fail. They tolerate repeated disrespect, hoping people will eventually change. But toxic behavior often grows when boundaries are weak. And psychologically, people usually repeat behaviors that face no consequences. One reason disrespect hurts deeply is because people naturally want acceptance. But emotionally strong people eventually realize something powerful. Not everyone's approval matters. Some people criticize because they're insecure, some because they're jealous, some because they enjoy emotional control. So chasing validation from everyone becomes emotionally exhausting. The moment you stop needing respect from people who lack emotional maturity, your confidence changes completely. You stop shrinking yourself emotionally just to avoid conflict. And ironically, people often respect you more once they realize you no longer desperately seek approval. Silence is one of the most misunderstood forms of power. Weak silence comes from fear. Strong silence comes from control. When someone disrespects you and you instantly react, the emotional tension disappears. But calm silence creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates pressure. The other person begins wondering, did they care? Why are they so calm? Did I lose control of the interaction? This is why emotionally disciplined people often appear powerful without saying much. Because emotional control creates presence, and presence speaks louder than anger ever will. Some people are not looking for understanding. They're looking for emotional conflict. And no matter how respectful you are, they will continue creating negativity because chaos is part of their personality. This is where emotional intelligence becomes critical. Strong people know when conversations are no longer productive. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every person deserves unlimited access to your peace. Sometimes the most powerful response is calm distance, not revenge, not hatred, distance. Because protecting your peace is more important than winning unnecessary arguments. At the end of the day, disrespect only becomes dangerous when it controls your emotions. The moment you master calmness, boundaries, silence, and emotional discipline, everything changes. You stop reacting impulsively. Stop chasing validation. Stop explaining yourself to emotionally immature people. And slowly, you become emotionally untouchable. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember this. Calmness is strength, silence is power.